Look at how eerie Shasta Lake looks. That's crazy. There's still some boaters down there, but I think they're staying out of the side with all the smoke. That's wild.
We arrived in Hood River on Friday and were scheduled to fly home to California on Sunday. The forecast weather of 106 degrees meant I could not land, top off my fuel tanks, and take off in that heat. So I decided to leave on Saturday, a day early, and fly to Redding, California, and spend the night there. I'd top off the fuel tanks and depart early in the morning for home before the heat kept us on the ground. Unfortunately, due to the fires at the Redding Airport, this plan did not pan out.
Hood River traffic, Aero 3972 X-ray is departing 25 Hood River.
3,000 feet remaining.
Not a lot of feet. Alright, we're going to do a short field takeoff here.
Hood River, start rate 07 is clear at 25.
Notch of flaps. Okay, here we go. There's 40. There's 60. There's 70. There's 80. Coming up on 80. We got a good positive rate. Gear up. Gears up. Positive rate. Flaps.
Hood River traffic.
Up.
RB 4560 is over the river, landing 25 Hood River.
So he's at the river. Do you see him anywhere? There he is. I see him. I got him. What? Right there. Okay, he's 1,000 feet above us. Hood River traffic, Aero 3972 X-ray on the upwind, doing a from 25, right 45 towards the river, Hood River.
Warning, terrain ahead.
I got that, but what about our
Hood
traffic?
River traffic, RB 4560, got the body traffic inside, no taxi.
Thank you. Alright, turning towards the river. Alright, I'm not seeing any traffic along the river. Alright. Another beautiful day.
Yeah, I've seen whitecaps on the river though.
Oh well, maybe not a good boating day.
Hood River traffic, RB 4560, crossing midfield, to left now, 25, full stop land.
Get to the right side of the river. Cruising at 5,500 feet. We're level. We were going to climb higher, but the winds, we've got a pretty good tailwind at 5,500 feet. We've got about 3.5 hours of fuel heading to Redding. And it should take us 2 hours, 27 minutes. So we're looking pretty good. kind of sucks that we have to leave Hood River because as we came up to the airport, the museum was having a show. They had biplane rides out on the ramp, and that would have been a perfect day spent.
Yeah, classic cars.
Classic cars. But I believe I already explained that we have to fly south back home, and from Oregon we would have to land somewhere in the valley around Redding, Red Bluff, California for fuel. However, the temperatures for the whole week and probably beyond are going to be 106 degrees there. I'm not flying at 106 degrees. I'm not taking off at 106 degrees. So what we've decided to do, because we're going to spend 2 days in Hood River, we just spent the night at Hood River, spending this day that we would be at Hood River, traveling to Redding, where it's going to be hot, but we're going to land, refuel, spend the night, take off in the morning before it gets hot. That really is the right decision.
Alaska 1181, turn right at Echo, contact ground 100.
Right turn Echo, point 9, good day, Alaska 1181.
But that's too bad, because the museum was doing something today and that would have just been a lot of fun. That runway at Hood River, I think it starts up, then it kind of goes down a little bit, then it goes back up, and then it starts kind of a gradual downhill.
Yeah. On average, it might have been flat, but
it all averages out.
yeah.
Yeah, so we ordered an Uber last night, and there's maybe 2 Ubers and 1 taxi in Hood River. The taxi wasn't available for the time we wanted to depart.
63, visual 3 left.
So we got an Uber,
left, cleared line.
a 10-minute drive to the airport about, right?
Last 1063, and
How much was that Uber?
called up at the traffic is 3 o'clock and miles. Company joining file for the North Carolina.
$58.67. That's what happens when they only have 1 or 2 Uber drivers and an unavailable taxi. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We were just discussing the terrain that we're flying over, saying I think I'm gonna have a heart attack. There's just nothing friendly around here. It's beautiful, but unforgiving.
Alaska 1410, visual 2 left.
Alaska 1410, Portland Tower, wind 290 at 5, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Confirm, clear line 28 left for Alaska 1410.
1410, affirmative.
Thank you.
Price 2263, turn right, contact ground 19.
Right, ground point 9, right, 2263.
I think we're gonna have to go around that one.
Yeah, it looks like it to me.
How's it look on this? Is that it right here?
61 over Gulf, connect tower.
That looks like the peak.
I believe so. Like,
But I mean, if I go to the left, that's direct, and we still end up in the same place. Finally coming out of the mountains, hour and 40 minutes into the flight, into the valley now, just coming up on Medford, Oregon. It has been an absolutely smooth ride. Start descending down to 5,500 feet. You can see the smoke. Yep. Where we're gonna, yeah. And we're coming up on a TFR, temporary flight restriction due to fire. Which means we're gonna be in some haze, smoke. Almost there, we got about an hour to go. Can't believe how smooth it's just been.
Yeah, that's...
What a smooth ride. Bedford's just right in front of us. It's where I landed the last couple times we flew to Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just past Bedford is Ashland, the little airport and town of Ashland. I was flying home from Washington. It was getting dark, the weather was kind of lousy, so I landed in Ashland and spent the night. It was during the Shakespeare Festival. Oh. So it was very difficult to get a hotel, but I finally found one out of their 3 or 4 hotels they have there. And again, you know, I landed and there was a guy there at the airport and he gave me a ride into town. It was dark in the evening, didn't really know where the town was, little distance. That was really nice, and he drove me to different hotels until I was able to check into one. And then the next day I walked to the airport, which is pleasant. It was a beautiful, pleasant walk. Very rural town. I can see the airport.
Cascade, Skylane 759 Mike Zulu with a VFR request.
Skylane 759 Mike Zulu, Cascade approach, say request.
Looking for flight following to Deer Park. Just took off from Grants Pass, about 8 miles north of Grants Pass, climbing through 5,200.
That'd be
Mike Zulu, that's Bravo Echo Whiskey.
right about the hour and 45 you were predicting,
Delta
right?
Echo Whiskey, 759 Mike Zulu.
Yeah, I'll switch tanks about hour 45 or so, and then we'll go on in on the right tank.
Third Niner Mike Zulu, squawk 4730.
Squawking 4730, 759 Mike Zulu.
Bedford's a beautiful little area. High desert for sure, gray, kind of little brown.
Yeah.
But nice river going through there. And maybe I should go up to 7,500. That might be a better idea than going down to 5,500.
Yeah, because we're probably going to head right. Smoke we see, right?
Well, yeah, we're going to kind of go right through the valley
Yeah.
there. I'm going to skirt the edge of the hills. What do you think? I think it might be...
I wouldn't descend.
I wouldn't descend, but I can't stay at this altitude.
Right.
It's the wrong one, so...
We need to...
Yeah, I think I'll go on up. I mean, I don't have that much to go up, so... The propeller forward. Just do kind of a gradual ascent up. Now you can see the fire coming up, yeah, smoky. So we're coming up to Ashland, Oregon, right just past, just south of Medford. And they're using the airport at Ashland for a tanker base. So there's a small TFR into Ashland up to 2,500 feet. And then where we see that fire coming up there, it's the edge of the TFR, and then the TFR goes way west. Turn towards Siskiyou in a second. Mount Shasta off in the distance, but man, it's hazy. some of the fire down there. That's Siskiyou Airport. We're getting closer. About 35 minutes out. A nice view of Mount Shasta. Flying right by it. Well, you gotta love the fires. We were on our way into Reading, and it is completely IFR due to a fire. So we are stuck. So we have done a 180 because our fuel will not, there's really nowhere to go with the amount of fuel that we have. So we're turning around and going into this little airport called Weed. Hopefully it has fuel. And we'll see how hot it is down on the ground. Hopefully we can get some fuel and just keep going. Otherwise, I'm not sure what we're going to do. Well, this has turned into an adventure. And I'm wondering if that's a new TFR that's come up, but usually this will, even if I haven't packed the information, it still shows that when a TFR pops up. Wow.
Failing that, you have those other two airports, but they are a little more distant.
Right.
Siskiyou.
Well, Siskiyou doesn't show fuel. Oh, I guess it does. Yes, it does.
Well, remember, that was the one that...
Oh, right.
The comment did...
Well, we'll kind of do some little hops if we have to. Hopefully there's fuel here, so... Is Weed on the other side of this... of this peak here? I should be on this side of the peak?
Oh, this is Weed here, yes.
Well, it's a right traffic there.
914 Delta Kilo, Reading ground clear to Crescent City Airport, Shasta 4 departure, radar vectors direct, maintain 12,000, departure frequency 132.2.
Weed is 122.7.
51.
Okay, we're 15 miles out. This will put, going around this mountain here, will put us on we can get into a right 45, I think, for, well, I don't even know where we're landing, actually. Which runway? This is the head, well, I don't know, we're going 148 knots. Well, we'll see if we can find a windsock. We'll just fly over. I have a hunch there's not a lot of stuff going on over there. No. We'll fly over, see if we can see a windsock. What an adventure.
So it's right parallel with Highway 5.
Okay. Oh, a TPA there. See, they don't have any info, so they doesn't even have a, oh, so the elevation's 2,943. 2,943, so 3,943 is TPA. No, sorry. Alright. I don't see the runway at all. Do you see anything?
We're well past it.
Oh, okay. Weed traffic, Aero 3972 X-rays turning right base, 14, Weed. Perfect. Weed traffic, Arrow 3972 X-rays, turning final, 14 weed.
500.
3 green. Alright, let's keep this a little sharp.
Short final runway 14.
Oh, that's a little narrow runway.
Fuel tanks.
It's 80 degrees. I think it's doable. Pretty long runway, it looks like. Weed traffic, Arrow 3972 X-ray is clear of 14 weed.
So, we can't stay in Reading tonight.
Well, I've never blown into weed before. Looks like they have gas. Let's hope. Weed traffic, Arrow 3972 X-ray is departing runway 32 for a southeast departure, weed.
Approaching runway 32. Entered runway 32, 4,900 feet remaining.
Alright, it is 85 degrees, so we're going to crank this thing up. Full tanks. $60, $70, here we go. $80. Got a positive rate, wheels are coming up. Wheels are up. Positive rate, flaps up. Looking good. Yep. See how high we can get before we get to the that fire in Reading. So what our plan is now is we're flying right home, back to the Monterey Bay, Salinas. It's about 2.5 hours. Brought some snacks up front here. So we can snack on the way. Beautiful little valley here for just taking off. I mean, perfect. I think I'm just going to go as high as I can possibly go to get around that fire. I may even do another lap around weed.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope. So I may circle around in this valley. Well, I am going to circle around in this valley and gain some altitude before we start going over the mountains again. Nice little airport. Tiny but well maintained. What would you do here? Nothing. It's not even close to the town. And it's hot. So there's the fire out in the distance that's preventing us from getting into Reading. That is just massive. They don't have any visibility down at the airport, obviously. So we're actually now, what we're doing is heading home. I think I said that already. We're going to the Monterey, back into Monterey Bay. We're at 9,500 feet. We're going to be staying to the right of that TFR where all that smoke is. And we're going to be on oxygen here in a second, just so we can feel better. I'm going to whip out some snacks. So this trip has been quite the adventure. Neat. Man, when we were down to, I mean, we actually had about an hour's worth of fuel left once we filled up down in Weed. About 10, I think almost 10 gallons in my right tank, and still I think 6 gallons in the left tank. Yeah, we had a little over an hour, but you don't realize that. You know, you want to play it safe, so we were in a little bit of a panic mode trying to figure out, well, where are we going to get fuel with the temperature being so hot with full tanks and still take off. Well, Weed worked out pretty good. Got to 85 degrees, I think, down there. Not a problem taking off. We circled around the airport until we got some altitude before we headed into these mountains. And now it's about 2 hours, 30 minutes to Salinas. Right, I'm going to get on oxygen and some snacks. Cool.
Departure 132.2.
Look at how eerie Shasta Lake looks. That's crazy. There's still some boaters down there, but I think they're staying out of the side with all the smoke.
Iconic 300, read back correct, except squawk at tree 750.
Wow. That's wild. So as you can see, we're basically flying IFR. Our horizontal visibility is pretty much nothing. You want to hear something funny? Listen to this weather report.
Red Bluff Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation 2004 Zulu. Wind missing. Visibility missing. Sky condition missing. Temperature missing. Dew point missing. Altimeter missing. Remarks. Density altitude missing. Present weather information not available. Thunderstorm information not available.
Well, there you have it. That seems like a fine airport to land at. Airport missing. Wow. Well, we've been flying for 2 hours. Still in the smoke. Down to 5,000. We've descended to 5,500 for better winds, which we're moving along pretty good. We just passed Travis Air Force Base, and we're coming up into the San Francisco Class Bravo. We have 44 minutes before we land. I'm ready to land. You? Yes, sir. Yeah. The Sun River, first leg, Sun River, fan-freaking-tastic. We should have just spent all our time right there.
Yeah.
Yep. We'd still be there, ready to come home tomorrow. Then we'd have to come through all this. And it's kind of expensive.
What'd you have for lunch, Jeff?
Today?
Today.
Today's lunch consisted of a nutritious Snickers, some cashews, still got some left, and I had some dates that I brought back from our place in Palm Springs. They grow dates there, and they have date farms, and I always make sure I stock up on plenty of dates when I'm there. And water. not a very good lunch. I'm looking forward to a nice dinner. 75 degrees. It's warm down here.
Probably be about 20 degrees cooler in Salinas.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing, it's always nice when you fly into Salinas. Salinas is located right on the coast, and you fly into the Central Valley or all these other hot places, and you're just roasting, and then you land in Salinas and you're like, it's 60 degrees.
This is Sassoon Bay here,
Sassoon.
where the Glomar Explorer was moored for years.
I don't know what that is. It's surprising how far the smoke has come this far, unless there's another fire somewhere we're not aware of. Because technically we've got a headwind right now, so the smoke should be going the other way. But it's way out here. I mean, we're basically coming into San Francisco, nowhere near Redding, and it is, visibility is just terrible. I gotta switch tanks. No, 2 hours. Did 1 hour on that tank. 1 hour on this tank, we're good. Got another hour on this tank. Enter. Alright. We were getting a traffic alert, and we were looking for the plane. It's an airliner coming into San Francisco. Different view of Mount Hamilton, Lick Observatory. That's a pretty cool place.
Yeah, only been there once.
We are getting back into the Monterey Bay. You can see all that the cloud cover, which is pretty typical for the summer. It will be nice and cool when we finally land there. Salinas has reports of wind shear. The winds are 330 at 16 with wind shear. Yay! Landing runway 31 with information Gulf. A lot of airplanes flying below us, landing at either Reed Hillview or San Jose or South County. All those three airports are pretty close, and then Hollister off to our left. Salinas Tower, Aero 3972 X-rays 10 miles to north, inbound with Gulf.
Aero 3972 X-ray Salinas Tower, make right traffic going through and put right down midfield.
Right traffic 31, report midfield downwind 72 X-ray. Hey, we've been cleared to land. Right, there's TPA. First notch of flaps.
$500.
Okay, we're at 500. We got 3 green, gears down. With the wind shear, let's keep the speed up. Definitely a lot of lift, so I'm guessing we're going to get a lot of drop. Whew, that's gotten sporty.
Approaching runway 0826. Entered runway 0826.
Feels pretty warm, doesn't it? It was a little sporty on the landing, but I didn't feel really any wind shear. Swirling winds for sure.
Aero 72 X-ray, same attention.
Southside parking, 72 X-ray.
Aero 72 X-ray, taxi parking via Alpha Bravo, cross runway 26 at Alpha, remain at frequency.
Alpha Bravo, cross 26 at Alpha, this frequency, 72 X-ray.
Flight support 2 Zulu Mike, right close, sharp patterns approved, runway 31, clear for takeoff.
Right close traffic, runway 31, clear for takeoff. 2 Zulu Mike.
Approaching runway 0826. Entered runway 0826.
Sirius 8840 Whiskey, Salinas, ground runway 31, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 26 at Alpha.
Well, I gotta say, we're back home. I had a good time despite all of the mishaps, I guess you would call it. But a lot of fun. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video, and as always, I appreciate everybody watching. Glad you got to meet my buddy Johnny G. So, with that, thank you very much. Peace.